Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It's January 16th, 2016. Today will be day one of the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs. Tomorrow, Sunday, January 7th, will be day two. There are two games on both days. Today's games, the Chiefs are at the New England Patriots, and the Green Bay Packers are at the Arizona Cardinals. What I want to do in this video is review what was interesting about the wild card round last weekend and then preview all four of the games for this weekend. So let's go back to last weekend, Truth Seeker. The quarterbacks who won in the wild card round were Alex Smith of the Chiefs, Ben Roethlisberger of the Steelers, Russell Wilson of the Seahawks, and Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers. Alex Smith wears number 11, Roethlisberger number 7, Russell Wilson number 3, Aaron Rodgers number 12. If you add their jersey numbers together, it sums to 33, a very special number in the NFL. Notice that today's date, January 16th, 2016, 1 plus 16 plus 16, we're playing on a date with 33 numerology. And what's interesting about the games hosted today is that the Chiefs are on the road and so are the Packers. The Chiefs and the Packers are the teams that met in Super Bowl I at the end of the 66th season. There's a relationship between the numbers 33 and 66. Let me show you this, Truth Seeker. If you write out the word 33, it sums to 66. 33 is a very special number to the Freemasons. The Freemasons created the sport of football, and to this day, the Freemasons have always controlled the Professional Football League. What people are not aware of is that they have scripted their games by the language of numerology and gematria, the practice of coding numbers into words. The shape of the football, it's no coincidence, Truth Seeker. It's the mandorla, a spiritual symbol. In religious artwork, it's oftentimes the shape that encompasses Jesus, the shape of a fish. On the backs of many people's cars, there's the fish bumper sticker emblem representing Christianity, God. That symbol's called the mandorla. We live in a world of symbols, and because we're never educated in these matters, we're not aware of what these symbols mean. There's a reason the NFL went to a 33-yard field goal this year. Packers, Chiefs, first Super Bowl. They met on Monday Night Football earlier this season. Their game summed to 66 points, which we'll talk about. Last week was also the first time in the history of the NFL that all four road teams won in the wild card round. What's interesting is the phrase all four road teams win has gematria of 83, the number of football. Also, this happened in the year of Super Bowl 50. Away in gematria equals 50. Check this out with regards to 50, Truth Seeker. 50 has a connection back to, whoops, we don't want 57. 50 has a connection back to 66, the year of the original Super Bowl. NFL in Jewish gematria equals 66. Important numbers to the league. If you add up 1 through 11, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, all the way up to 11, it sums to 66. Football's a game of 11 on 11. 11 men on each side of the ball. Making matters even more interesting, the scores from last week. Notice the Chiefs won by 30 points. The Steelers won by 2. The Seahawks won by 1. The Packers won by 7. Add up these differences. The away teams won by 50 points. Away equals 50. Again, we're in the year of Super Bowl 50. So this little setup's just to show you that they like to riddle in themes, numbers, into the predetermined rigged games. If they follow this pattern with quarterbacks summing to 33 again this weekend, here's how it might unfold. Alex Smith might be the only quarterback to win on the road in New England, the first game of today. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but if it was ever going to happen, this is the year. Alex Smith in his 11th year of being in the NFL. He wears the number 11. The Chiefs won 11 games in the regular season. Kansas City won the 111th World Series. The last time Kansas City won the Super Bowl was on January 11th, Super Bowl IV, the last Super Bowl of the non-modern era. Minnesota Vikings equals 111. Alex Smith equals 111. A lot of 11 and 111 coding with the Chiefs this year in the city of Kansas City. Chiefs and Patriots also have that backstory with general managers, player trades, so the teams have some history between them. Carson Palmer, if he defeats Aaron Rodgers at home, which seems likely, we'll talk about that. Anyhow, these quarterbacks win. Alex Smith on the road, Carson Palmer at home, Cam Newton at home, Peyton Manning at home. We'll have the same connection again this weekend with the winning QBs having jersey numbers summing to 33. So something to watch for. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it's a possibility. And with regards to why only one away team might win, the Chiefs, it's in the name, Truth Seeker. Chiefs equals 50. We're in the year of Super Bowl 50. That said, let's get into the individual game breakdowns. Check this out here. The last time the Chiefs and Patriots met was on September 29th, 2014. Kansas City won that game 41-14, a sum of 55 points. This year, the Chiefs and the Patriots are in their 55th year of existence. It's possible that this game was foreshadowing this matchup that we're now experiencing this weekend in the 55th year of their team's existence. The game will be hosted in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Patriots play. Boston, Massachusetts happens to have that gematria 55 as well. Today's date, again, a date with 33 numerology. Massachusetts, one of 3 states with a 33 gematria. Lifetime, Bill Belichick, the head coach of the Patriots, has 4 wins and 1 loss against Andy Reid, who's the coach of the Chiefs. His 1 loss, however, against Andy Reid was this game right here, where he got blown out 41-14. So in the time Andy Reid's been the coach of the Chiefs, he's 1-0 against the Patriots. Andy Reid leads the matchup when you just look at their time as head coach of Patriots, head coach of Chiefs. The other time these men met in the playoffs is when Andy Reid was the coach of the Eagles, and the Patriots and the Eagles played in Super Bowl 39. Remember, Revelation, the final book of the Bible, the 66th book, is based on the 39 books of the Old Testament. The name Philadelphia comes from Revelation in the Bible. The Eagles were in Super Bowl 39. They lost to the Patriots, a game summing to 45 points when New England equals 45. That game was played on a date with 33 numerology. Have the team from Massachusetts, the 33rd state. The Philadelphia Eagles joined the league in the year 33. They're from the Keystone State. Keystone equals 33. The Super Bowl so often is played on a date with 33 numerology. February 6th, 2/6, is also a lot like the number 26, the God number in Gematria. The other name for the symbol Mandorla is Pisces. Pisces has a gematria of 26. Special numbers 33 and 26, numbers I've talked about since the very first video I made, and how these numbers are important to the Masons. What we're looking at right here is the Patriots, the way they've closed out the season. Notice they've lost 4 of their final 6 games. They've only defeated the Texans and the Tennessee Titans. And what's interesting about this is in history, the Dallas Texans became the Kansas City Chiefs. Remember, the Chiefs blew out the Texans at home last week. So the Texans have a relationship to Kansas City. And the Tennessee Titans were originally the Houston Oilers. So there's a relationship between the Texans, the Oilers, and the Chiefs. And the only 2 teams that the Patriots have beaten at the end of the season are the teams that have the connections. There's a triangular relationship between these 3 teams. If you didn't see my video preview for the Patriots and the Broncos, I said why I thought the Broncos would advance over the Patriots in this game. The Patriots were undefeated coming into this game. They were 11-0. They finished the season not so hot. They were 10-0, excuse me. Finished 12-4. So something else that's interesting that I notice, all three of these teams that won last weekend, the Packers, the Seahawks, and Steelers, they all had 10-6 records. They all advanced. The only road team that didn't have a 10-6 record was the Chiefs, who were 11-5. Again, they are quarterbacked by number 11, who's in his 11th season. If one road team's going to win this week, I think it's going to be the Chiefs, Truth Seeker. The Patriots are slouching, and a lot lines up for the Chiefs. That's not a guarantee, though. There's been a lot of foreshadowing for the Patriots with Tom Brady having the Bay Area connections. But let us not forget that Alex Smith was taken number 1 overall by the 49ers, moving to Kansas City later in his career just as Joe Montana once did. Andy Reid right now is currently 57 years old. That's a special number. Super Bowl equals 131. Championship equals 131. So does 57. See my video on the tribute Manning got earlier this year with regards to the number 57 and 131. No coincidence. Something else that's interesting, Truth Seeker. Denver Broncos and Kansas City Chiefs have identical gematria, just like Arizona Cardinals and Carolina Panthers. High probability that this is the AFC Championship and this is the NFC Championship. In the MLB playoffs, this kind of pairing was done as well. Toronto Blue Jays had identical gematria to Kansas City Royals. We'll see if the trend repeats here with the AFC and NFC Championship game. The other game later today is the Packers and Cardinals. Again, the Chiefs, Packers, both on the road, the original Super Bowl I teams. This game will be in Arizona. The Cardinals and Packers just played in Arizona not long ago. Cardinals dominated that game 38-8, a sum of 46 points. Talk more about that number 46. The last time they met in the playoffs, the Cardinals won in Arizona 51-45, a sum of 96 points, a very important number to the Freemasons. They'd only played once before in the playoffs. That time, the Cardinals lost to the Packers in Green Bay in the year 83. So big gaps between those playoff games. This will be their third playoff matchup between the two teams. It will be their 74th game ever playing each other. Remember, 74, another special number to the Freemasons. Masonic equals 74. First Super Bowl was in the 47th year of the NFL. The reflection is 74. 33 and 74, when those numbers come together, often special things. Today, 74th matchup on a date with 33 numerology. The word Freemason has gematria of 96, like the sum of their last game, 51-45. The ranging degrees with Scottish Rite Freemasonry, 31, 32, 33. Add those numbers together, it sums to 96. With regards to today's game, a date with 33 numerology. It'll be played in Glendale, which has gematria of 33, plus Glendale, Arizona is on the 33rd parallel. The G on the side of the Packers helmet is a lot like the G in the Masonic symbol, the compass and square. G in Francis Bacon gematria, capital G, sums to 33. The way that system works is lowercase a through z is worth 1 through 26. Uppercase a through z is worth 27 through 52. So uppercase G, 33. Packers, a team that lost in Super Bowl 33 to the Broncos. A lot of theming for the Broncos this year. Both games for the Packers connected to the number 41 in a way. Both times the home teams have won. Home has gematria of 41. Cardinals won at home with that game summing to 96 on a date with 41 numerology. The time before that, the Packers won at home with 41 points. Green Bay also has gematria of 41. Just something interesting to note, recognizing these theming and the games played between these teams before. See if there's a 41 in today's score.